the two wrestlers. Kamsa was another materialist who, Krishna was spoiling his plans, so he wanted to kill Krishna. And Krishna was a little boy, basically a teenager. They were explaining. So was his brother Balaram. And so he had these two very big, muscular wrestlers come, and he challenged them. He couldn't just kill them outright, so he tried to do it in a sneaky way by saying, "Okay, come wrestle," and then you get killed there. So the people in attendance to watch this match, because Mathura is the capital city, so it's, many people, different kinds of people, all from different areas would come to the city to watch. So they all were looking at Krishna, and they all saw something very, very different. And so this is, in this world, right? People see God in such different ways, right? Yeah. So some people become very envious, right? Like an atheist, the concept of God has to be very strong and potent inside an atheist for them to reject it in such a deep, violent way. Like they have to be very, whatever that relationship is, they have to feel it in a very strong way for them to be so hateful towards it, to reject it in such a way. And then there are other people who see God, like we were saying before, in a very opulent way, and they have to see God as the supreme being that we, feel very religious and pious by worshiping. And that's how they have to relate to God, by their own. And then others will see Krishna in a very different way, as a little boy, right? You don't find that conception very often, to hear God like that. But God as a little boy playing in the cowherd fields and forests. And so the infinite, right, can manifest, is called Anantarup, can have infinite form, could be seen from infinite perspectives. And so everyone's relationship with God is different. And so this was seen in that pastime where everyone was in the wrestling stadium and they were seeing Krishna. And although they were looking at the same transcendental divine person, they all saw him very differently based on their own self. They were kind of seeing.
It's funny because when I was reading it, obviously I didn't understand what I was reading, but then it defined itself as it revealed each like you said, perception of what Krishna was to them. I was like, he's everything to everybody.
So if you feel like my whole body is kind of sensational, like once he opened his mouth and you could see whole universe in his mouth, like whole universe. He's a person. He came like a person, right? And you cannot come to know unless you have that kind of connection. He is telling you all the good things, all the things that is good for the universe. But unless or until I have connection with you, you cannot, or you have connection with you cannot understand me, right?
You have to be receptive
if that connectivity is there, then you can see whole everything, right? Yeah.
One point though that is very prominent in Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teaching, is that although all the souls are called Jivara Svarupoi Krishnara Nityadas Jivara Tatasta Shakti Beda Beda Prakash, they're all having a relationship with Krishna as his Tatasta Shakti. But in our current position, it's not recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to try to establish a relationship with Krishna directly, because we end up just following our own mind. So it's always through the bona fide spiritual master, through Gurudev, because the whole concept of parampara, of that descending line of qualified individuals who have heard and learned.
Spiritual master.
That's right, yeah. So that relationship between guru and disciple is one of the key points for us to actually awaken our Krishna consciousness. It's not directly with Krishna, it's only through Gurudev. It's one important point.
Yeah.